Hey guys, lovely to see you all again. Today we're going to be re-looking at the solo from Backcountry by Avenged Sevenfold. I know I did a lesson to this in 2012, but it was god-awful. I'm going to delete it so that no one knows that it ever existed. But we're going to re-look at that. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have HD. We're going to have some tabs. It's going to be a delightful trip down memory lane. Anyway, let's take a look. Alright guys, before we get too excited, we just need to talk about the tuning, which is drop D, which goes D, A, D, G, B, E. So get yourself in tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's have a look at the first section. I want to start off with a couple of dual bends. I'm going to be playing 10 of the first string and 13 of the second, and I'm going to bend up that 13. And I'm going to do a similar idea with the next two bends. I'm going to play 9 of the second, bend 11 of the third, and then bring that back one from 8 of the second to 10 of the third. So all together, we're going to repeat that in a minute. Then I work into this fill. Let's slow that down. I'm playing basically around a D minor pentatonic with a cheeky flat 5 in there. I'm going to play 12 of the 4th string. Then I play 10, 12, 13 on the 3rd. And then I'm going to play 10, 13, 15 on the 2nd. If you want to, we're adding a slight sort of semitone bend on that 15. Sort of builds the tension. So let's have a look at what we've got thus far from the start. Okay, then after that I work into this. So what I do is I do the 3 bends again. You can either just pick the open D on the 6th string on this hand, or if you want to, you can do the Eddie Van Halen thing and just pick it on your left. So pretty much, we've got those dual bends and a couple of different fills. We've got the pentatonic fill and the whammy fill. Let's do what we have thus far. We just do a dive with that. Then I work into this phrase. So what I've got there is I'm bending 5 of the 3rd string, a full tone up and back 3 times. Just you'll notice the 3rd group that I do is a little bit faster. And then I want to slide to, I'm going to slide to 8 and bend it when I get there. I'm going to do exactly the same idea, but I'm going to slide from 5 to 11 now. Give that a bit of a bend when I get there. The third thing that I'm going to do, we're going to do exactly the same 5 phrasing. I'm not going to bend this, I'm just going to slide into 13 of the 2nd string and add some vibrato. And then I work into the pentatonic phrase, which is this. I'm going to add a cheeky tap in there. So let's take the pentatonic phrase slowly. We'll work through that, add the tap, and then we'll put the whole section together. So can we do a bend from 13 of the 2nd string? Then I'm going to play 10 of the 1st string and a pull off from 13 to 10 on the 2nd. Then when I get to the 3rd string, I'm going to go 13, 10, 13 as a pull off into a hammer. So we're going to go. At the end of that, I'm going to bend, I'm going to play a tap on 19 of the 3rd string, but I'm going to get some help from my left hand to bend that up and back. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's take it from the start of the section relatively slowly, and then we'll do it all again with some tabs. time with some tabs. All right, let's have a look at the start of the second section. Keep in mind we just come from... Okay, so I'm going to let go of that tap and work into this phrase. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 13 of the third string, jumping into 15 of the fourth and back to 13. And then I do a sort of a slight slide. I want to do a bend on 18 of the second string. Sort of an angry vibrato. And then I work into this phrase. So what I've got here is a semitone bend on 17 of the first string. Then I want to bring it down and work back chromatically, playing 17, 16, 15 on the first. Quite delicious, really. And then I'm going to play 18 of the second to 15 of the first. And then I'm going to go... That's sort of like a full tone vibrato. So I've got... Let's have a look at the whole section thus far. So we've got... Okay. Then I work into this phrase. So I've got a slight slide into 18 of the first string, and then I'm going to play 17 after that. And then I jump to 18 of the second string. After that, I've got 4 notes on 13 of the third string and 13 of the second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I go. So what I've got there, I think that's a tone and a half, bend from 15 of the second string. So if we want to get a bit of a reference for that, we're trying to make 15 sound like 18. Okay, at the end of that, I'm going to play 13 of the third string, 15 of the second, and then hit the 15 again, and then slide into 20. It's a bit strange on the phrasing, but it does sound cool with that slide, grace note slide. So that's pretty much the whole thing. Let's do that at a gentleman's pace, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. All right, let's have a look at the third section. I want to start off with a big sort of string skippy riff. We're going to do a lot of this. I want to start from 15 of the second string, and then I'm going to jump to 15 of the fourth. And I'm going to hit, every time I jump up to this string skip, I'm pretty sure there's 3 picks. So we're going to play the second string and then 3 on the fourth string. Then a similar idea, but I'm playing 13 on the first string and 14 of the third. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I bring that back a fret. So I'm playing 12 of the first and 13 of the third now. So timing wise, we've got exactly the same thing 3 times. After that, I'm going to play 15 of the first string and jump to 18 of the third. A very consistent strumming pattern. Then I want to work into this. So what I've got here, 2 groups of 4. I'm going to play 17, 18, 17, 16 on the first string twice. Then I want to go, it's 2 triplets. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was playing 17 on the first string and 12 after that. All right, so let's go from the start of this section thus far, and then we'll finish it off. Okay, then we work into this kind of rolling good time chromatic lick here. So I'm going to go... I think of this, all of these groups is pretty much 2 groups of 6. So I'm working chromatically up by playing 10, 11, 12, 13, and then I reverse it by playing 12, 11. So that's a group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I do that twice in a row, which means I should end on the middle finger at the end of the second group. I want to bring that whole idea up a full tone and do exactly the same thing. This time I'll be going 12, 13, 14, 15, 13, 12. Sorry, 14, 13 at the end. So we've got... Okay. After that, it gets a little bit more bluesy, so it's not a straight chromatic. I'm going to play 13, 15, 16, 17, and then reverse that 16, 15. Once again, 2 groups of 6. So timing-wise, we've got exactly the same thing 3 times. Okay, then I work into this sort of dominant Phrygian run. Let's slow this last part down. I'm going to play 17, 18 to 21 on the first string, and then reverse that, which will give us 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I do a similar idea, but going backwards and forwards on the second string. I'm going to have another 5 notes. So I'm going to play 20, 18, 17, 18, 20 on the second. So we should have 2 groups of 5. Okay, at the end of that, I'm going to play 17, 18, 21 again. And end on a semitone bend with a bit of vibrato. So it'll go... That's pretty much the whole section. So let's go back to that string skip lick, try and get all the way to the end, and then we'll try this whole section even slower with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. Okay, let's have a look at the fourth section. This is going to start off with some pretty sexy arpeggios. I'm just going to start off with a pretty simple straight D minor. I'm going to do a pull off from 17 to 13 on the first string, then play 15 of the second, 14 of the third, 15 of the fourth. Then I work my way back up to the pointer finger. So it's a pretty simple backwards and forwards arpeggio. We've probably seen something like that before. I'm going to repeat that twice. Okay, after that we work into sort of an E dominant arpeggio. This one's a little bit more offensive on the fingers and formation, so we'll take our time with this. I'm going to do a pull off from 16 to 12 on the first, then I'll play 15 of the second, and then jump to 16 of the third. Okay. I'm going to skip the major third and jump straight to the root here. This is a little bit strange, this one. I'm going to play 14 of the fourth string and then hammer 13 to 16 on the third. So all together. And then I'm going to finish that on the second string on 15, which is a D note. Let's try both of those arpeggios back to back. Okay. Let's work into the little melody that follows that. I'm going to slide in to 10 of the first string, and then after that I'm going to go into this. So I'm going to play 10 of the second, 10 of the first, and then 12, 13. Then I slide into 20, and then play 18. So all together. Okay. The bit that I follow that up with, I want to play 17, 18, 17 on the first, and then play 13 to 15 to finish that. So let's go from that initial slide we had. Then we get a little bit harmonic minor here. This is nearly the same thing twice. I'm going to go 12, 13, 15 on the first, and then I want to play 18, 17. And then I'm going to play 12, 13, 15 again. Just a little bit slower on the second half of that. So let's have a look at what we've got from just after the arpeggios. Then we're going to do a similar idea. We is instead of starting off with a slide into 10, I'm going to play a quick 13 slide, hit 10 again, and then as soon as I jump to 10 of the second string, we're going to borrow everything that we've learnt thus far from here. That's pretty much the whole section. If we just keep in mind that there's those two slight variances at the beginning of that little melody idea, it's essentially the same thing twice. So let's go from the arpeggios at the start. We'll do the whole thing relatively slowly and then do it again with some tabs. One more time, some tabs. All right, let's have a look at the last section. I want to slide from 13 to 10 on the first string, and then I'm going to hit 10 when I get there. I'm going to do exactly the same idea, but from 15 to 12 on the first, I'm going to do the slide and then hit it again when I get there. You can give it some sexy vibrato if you want, or some polite vibrato if you will. And then I work into this phrase. It's exactly the same thing that we had before, starting from the 17. We're going 17, 18, 17, 16. So I've got 4 of these in a row now. So I think I need a fifth one. I do need a fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of that, I'm going to play 17, 16 on the first string, and then jump 18, 17 on the second string. After that, I work into just a little diminished idea. Let's slow that down. I'm going to do a pull off from 21 to 18 on the first string, then play 20 of the second, and then I want to play 21 of the third. So pretty predictable diminished, and then I'm going to pick 18 and hammer back to 21 on the third. Okay, it changes it up a little bit here. I'm going to play 20 of the second and then 21 of the third, and then resolve that to 18 of the second. That's pretty much the whole last chunk. So let's play it relatively slowly, and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that was the solo from Backcountry by Avenged Sevenfold. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon.